I don't know why we worry so much about noise and grain. Noise and grain. In fact, it's not really the general population that worries about noise and grain. It's not the client. It's usually the photographer or the video guy. We're the ones who worry about it. And even sometimes I've seen people pointing out on their footage that they're showing the noise and the grain. The client wouldn't even have noticed it if they never pointed it out in the first place. But it's like we're so conscious of it, as if it somehow impacts on the content of what it is that we're trying to deliver. Humans are not really fazed by noise and grain as much as bad audio. That's a killer. You can watch a video with dots on it and you won't even notice it after a while. You tend to tune it out. But bad audio grates on your nerves. So I don't know why we focus on it so much. And then we'll focus on getting the latest gear, the highest quality, 4K, the best, latest cameras and lenses that can shoot super sharp. Definition is like, it's even sharper than reality. But even those guys who shoot on the high definition, super high, super 4K, when they treat the video, they end up putting grain on it to make it more real. It's really weird. Spend all this money getting all this gear so that we can have the latest, greatest, sharpest, highest quality resolution. And we end up degrading it to make it more real. Is it the content or is it the quality that we're really focusing on? That we're really prioritizing? Have we forgotten what it is that we're supposed to be focusing on in this ever chasing, gear chasing, quality chasing, resolution chasing environment that we find ourselves in, or that we put ourselves in? Is it techniques or is it content? Which one should we be focusing on? Is it good photography or is it good photographer? A good photography is techniques. It's techniques. A good photographer is all about the eye and how you see an image and how you see a scene and how you set it up. What is in your mind and how you bring it out into reality. And I think a lot of times, particularly nowadays in this technological age, the skills seem to be put to the back. The vision seems to be put to the side. And all too often we're chasing after techniques, shallow definition. I've seen video guys pointing out the shallow doff on a shot. The shallow definition, the blurry background, that's what excites them more than the actual content. The vividness of the colors in what it is that they're doing seems to excite them more than the content, which is supposed to be the main thing. So have we lost our way somewhere along the line? Good question. The gear seems to be taking over or taking center stage. You have people with gear ego. Sometimes I'm at an event and I may be shooting with my DSLRs and there'll be somebody next to me shooting with an iPhone. And I'll say, "Can I see that shot?" And they'll be like, "Oh, no, it's only an iPhone." Or, "Oh, no, it's only a little consumer camera." What's that got to do with anything? We seem to have such worries about the gear more than the actual thing that we're we're supposed to be trying to shoot or capture. We don't need the latest, greatest. You know, you watch these reviews online, and a lot of these sites are just trying to sell you gear. The manufacturers are actually sponsoring them to sell you gear, to push gear all the time. And if we're constantly changing our gear, how can we master the gear that we have? Something to consider. I don't think you can master something if you keep changing it. So I try to hold on to the gear that I have, and I only upgrade if either it's broken and cannot be repaired, or the repair is uneconomical, or there's something I can't do with that gear that I need to do. Something to think about. We must remember, the client doesn't care. The client doesn't care about noise and grain and shallow doff. The client don't care. And that's probably the client calling me right now to tell me they don't care. It's all good. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, brother Chris. How are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah. It's all good, sister. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, it's all good, brother. I was just ringing to give you a day. What about next week, Tuesday?
Next week's Tuesday. I can't tell you off the top of my head, but it's probably okay. It's probably okay. Pencil it in. And,
yes.
And if it's not okay, I'll get back to you in about an hour or so.
Okay, cool. And I can come as early as possible. Earlier.
Sure.
Time suits you, and
sure.
you can make the time of it.
Okay.
You give me a time frame, and I'll stick to it for the Tuesday. I'm leaving it open for you.
Go on, my youth.
Should you be available? Thank you, brother.
All right, I'll get back to you, sis.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Peace. Business calls. Let's get on it.